Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you are fine. As you know that yesterday we completed our lesson number 7, Rumpelstiltskin, and its question answers as well. Today we are going to do the book exercises of this lesson. Please open page number 58. Students, this exercise, this one, choose the correct word from the brackets, is actually revolves around a basic concept of using verbs, accurate verb form in the blank. Remember one thing that we have discussed this point many times, that whenever you are talking about something which has happened in past, we will use second form of verb. Whenever we are talking any story, same as with the Rumpelstiltskin, this story, each line of that story was in past because somebody was narrating or telling the story to someone, like to the students. So many of these sentences have been taken from the lesson. We can remember as it is that they are the part of the lesson, but I want you to learn them with reason, with logic, that why we are using the accurate form of verb. See, the first sentence is, the king dashed the girl to the room full of straw. And options are was shown, showing, and showed. As I told you that when we are talking about past, we will use second form of verb. And showed is the second form of word. Verb is shown, show. So the first form of verb is show and second form is showed. B is, he told her to dash the straw and left. Students, this sentence is also telling us about past, but we will use here the first form of verb, spin. They have given us options spun, spin, and span. Why we are going to use here the first form of verb, spin? Why not second form of verb? Because always keep in your mind that to is always preceded by first form of verb. Always. See, he told her is telling us that something is telling in past. But to spin is the requirement of this sentence. Just remember this thing. That is why we are using first form of verb here. Number C sentence is, the king's eyes twinkled with dash. The options are greedy and greed. Students, greed is noun, right? And greedy is adjective. Yani greed is noun, name of something, and greedy is the quality of something. So we are going to use here greed, because just imagine in your mind the sentence, the king's eyes twinkle with greed. The requirement is using here the word as a noun. The last sentence is, when he came the next day, she dash. And options are singing, sang, and sung. As the first part of this sentence is telling us that this is in past. Yani when he came the next day, she sang. Why we are using here the second form of verb, sang? Because this sentence has happened in past. Similarly, students, there is on page number 59, the same exercise, almost same. This one, they said use the correct form of verbs in the box in the blanks below. And they have given us options of the words showing, writing, singing, liking, telling, and spinning. Students, as I told you that in the beginning, that just keep in your mind this point, that when you are telling the story to someone, you are using second form of verb. So these all lines, they have taken from the story that you have read yesterday, Rumpelstiltskin. And in that story, we only used second form of verb. So we're going to think about these words Showing has a first form show and second form showed. Riding has a first form ride and second form rode. Singing has a first form sing and second form sang. Liking has a first form like and second form liked. Telling has a first form tell and second form told. Spinning has a first form spin and second form span. So we are going to use second form of these words in the blanks. The first one is, one day the king dashed by the miller's house. Rode by the miller's house. Rode is the second form of ride. B is, the miller dashed the king a lie. The miller told the king a lie. Told is the second form of tell. C is, the little man liked spinning, and liked is the second form of like. Understood? D is, the little man sat down and dashed the straw into gold and span the straw into gold. Span is the second form of spin. E is, every day the king dashed the girl a new room. Showed the girl a new room. Showed is the second form of show. And the last is, the messenger heard a little man singing. Students, we are not going to change this word. We are not going to use here. We are not going to change the verb here. Why? Because it is not the requirement of the sentence. The messenger heard a little man. Heard has been covered the requirement of past tense. It is the second form of verb. Okay. This is why we are going to use here singing. Students, you see that some of these verbs are regular, yani easy to remember. For example, like and liked, show and showed. They are easy to remember, right? We call these verbs regular verb forms. Okay? But others are difficult to remember, like ride, rode, tell, told, spin, span. Why it is difficult to remember them? Because they are irregular verb forms. We will do a little worksheet about them, then you will come to know. See, they are regular verb forms, right? They are present and they are past. What we are going to do, we are going to match them. How? Need, needed. Nest, nested. Offer, offered. Approve, approved. Beam, beamed. Beg, begged. Prick, pricked. Move, moved. Students, you noticed that they all are easy to remember because they ended up on same word ed, right? We call them regular verb forms. But there are other verb forms as well. We call them irregular verb forms. How we do them? See, we all are familiar with these words, right? For example, they said, see. The first word is see, and its second form is saw. Then the second word is write. Its second form is wrote. Third word is drink, and its second form is drank. Fourth word is catch, and its second form is caught. Right? Fifth is swim, and its second form is swam. Sixth is teach, and its second form is taught. Seventh is sleep, and its second form is slept. Then number 8 is break, and its second form is broke. Number 9 is speak, and its second form is spoke. Number 10 is drive, and its second form is drove. Students, why we are doing this? So that things become easier for you to understand. Okay, we don't need to just learn the blanks. We need to understand them. Okay, so we read about 2 types of verbs today: regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are here, these one. They are easy to remember, and they are a little bit difficult to remember, but they are irregular. That is why they are like that. Students, this is all about today's class. I hope you have understood the both exercises very well. Inshallah, see you tomorrow with workbook activities. Till then, stay